At the top of 4 p.m, once again, a very warm welcome here on CNN News 18. Hello, I'm Anusha Soni. Our top focus this hour is some latest developments we are getting for you. CNN News 18 gets you an exclusive ground report. And this exposes the much-known truth, a nexus between builders in the city of Bengaluru, which is facing unprecedented rainfall and flooding. It is reeling under floods right now. Karnataka government has gone soft on the Mantri developers. Mantri SEZ in Bengaluru Lake wetland yet to be demolished despite NGT and Supreme Court orders. Not an inch of the wetland has been recovered, nor penalty has been collected, even after NGT order back in 2016. The National Green Tribunal had given orders to demolish certain properties which are constructed over eco-sensitive areas. These are near the Bengaluru Lake and these are wetlands. These lands have been classified under various rules and laws, especially the environmental laws, as eco-sensitive areas, and hence no kind of construction can take place. In the last few days, we have seen the citizens talking, the experts talking, the political blame game that has gone on. And at the heart of it is the unabated construction and urbanization that has happened in the city of Bengaluru. And these are the examples of the action that authorities should have taken but have not taken. Harish joins us on the broadcast, getting us more details on that story. Harish, why is it that despite the orders of the National Green Tribunal and Supreme Court, no action has been taken?
Well, the state government is pretty much sleeping on this. Remember, the NGT order came in 2016. The Supreme Court upheld this order in 2020, and we are in 2022 September. It's more than 2 years, and the government is yet to ensure that this building is demolished and that they recover and restore this crucial wetland of Bengaluru Lake. At the same time, they haven't even recovered the penalty that's been imposed. They are saying that we've forwarded this file to the KIADB, that's the industrial area body here, which allots land for industries. It's getting tossed between different departments. In a way, it gives you idea of how the government treats some of these issues. Remember, the government on its own, whether it's the BBMP or the state government, is saying that it's the Bengaluru and Vattu Lake overflowing, which has resulted in this kind of flooding in large parts of Bengaluru, especially in Mahadevpura area. And on the other hand, they've been sleeping on this for a good 2.5 years, haven't recovered this wetland, haven't recovered the penalty imposed on this man, on this developer in fact, and they are allowing this developer to just squat on this crucial wetland that the government itself has classified as sensitive.
Who's this developer, Harish, against whom the government is so reluctant to act?
Well, it's the Mantri developer. Remember, they also have an ED case that's going on against them. Mantri developer and Core Mind Software are two companies which came together and started this 2,300 crore rupees project over an area of 72 acres, and this was supposed to have a IT SEZ and a residential apartment as well. But this IISc report, Indian Institute of Science report, made it very clear that this project coming here will do three things. It will destroy this lake, it will affect the water wetland in the region, and also it will destroy the crucial channel connecting Agara to Bengaluru Lake. Remember, lakes in Bangalore are interconnected, chain of lakes. One gets filled, goes to the other one. That's how Bangalore lakes are designed. This chain gets broken, that's when we see flooding, and that's what IISc said, that there would be flooding. In fact, if you look at the visuals here, we've already seen the basement of this building getting flooded. In a way, nature reclaiming what truly belongs to it, and that's what the IISc was fearing. Now that the government has legal backing. Remember, the crucial aspect that the government talks about removing encroachment is that these cases are in the court. But in this particular scenario, you have the NGT and the Supreme Court backing the government's stance, asking the government to clear it, but the government is sleeping on this issue.
The government is sleeping on the issue. Harish, we spoke yesterday to the Commissioner of the Municipal Corporation. And I had asked him very categorically that there is some corruption. There are various allegations of corruption within the municipal organization. How do you respond to them? And he said that if there is anything wrong, take us to court or complain to Lokayukta. We are doing our job. As far as these demolitions are concerned, who should we hold accountable? Is it the government body, the ministry concerned, that should have passed the orders for demolition, or the municipal corporation was a party before the National Green Tribunal?
Well, the state government and the KIDB are the ones who are partially responsible for this because they were the ones giving approval for this. But why is the BBMP not pushing these other departments? Why is the Lake Development Authority not in here? And also remember, the court order came in 2016 and the Supreme Court upheld in 2020, and we are seeing just this file getting tossed between the government to the KIADB, then KIADB asking further questions. It's just lost in this whole government bureaucracy and the file movement. Does it take 2.5 years to implement a Supreme Court order? Even if you say that you feared that the NGT order would be challenged, that's why you did not implement this in 2017, 18, 19. In 2020, you had the Supreme Court giving you the green signal. Why are you not acting against it? Well, in this case, remember, the residents were strong and they held their ground and they went to the court, challenged it and ensured that this did not go forward. But there are cases where we know that there are SEZs, IT parks squatting on buffer zones, large colorways such as stormwater drain, lake area, lake bed. Nothing much has happened in those cases. And in some of them, let's not mince words here. In fact, there are sitting ministers of this government who have commercial interests in some of these properties, and that's why one wonders if the government wants to go slow on some of these demolition two-wheel drives, and every time any such demolition happens, it's only individual houses which are targeted, none of these fancy IT parks or business centers.
Harish, I want you to stay with us on the broadcast. We'll also ask our viewers to join us on the broadcast. But this is the kind of story that really matters. When you ask why is Bengaluru drowning, it's not the vague issue of climate change. Of course, that's the large overriding factor. But why is it happening? Because we have constructed our cities irresponsibly. And we are getting you anecdotes, we are getting you evidence that these orders were passed by the National Green Tribunal, affirmed by the Supreme Court of India. And even then, the proper demolitions did not take place. Let's take you through some few things. The government builder nexus is something we've been talking about. It's no more a vague assertion. Despite orders by the National Green Tribunal, the Supreme Court, the Mantri SEZ, the Special Economic Zone, is yet to be demolished. It has not been demolished. Various authorities are responsible for it, including the ministry concerned and the municipal body. Now, this SEZ still stands on the Bengaluru Lake wetland. This reduces the capacity of the lake to hold water, and when there is flooding, the flooding is severe. That's exactly what is happening. No wetland has been recovered. Penalty collected. The penalty has not been collected despite the 2016 order. This is a National Green Tribunal order that was affirmed by the Supreme Court of India. Any appeal on the NGT order goes to the Supreme Court and was affirmed. The NGT had ordered recovery of about 100 acres of Bengaluru wetlands. 100 acres, that's a huge area. 130 crore penalty was imposed on the Mantri Tech Zone. Even now, that penalty has not been collected. Why is the government going soft on these kind of properties? And as Harish said, let's not mince words here. A lot of commercial interest of sitting ministers of the present government lie in these properties, which are not just a subject matter of a legal dispute, but have adverse orders against them from the courts of this country. That's the question we ask. Call us, join us live. Can Netas deny that they have flooded Bengaluru? That they have a responsibility morally, politically and even legally for what is happening in the IT capital of the country? You have the ruling government of the day indulging in political blame game. However, there is evidence to show through this report that this government should have acted on the Supreme Court orders. Shout out to all our viewers. That's the number. Call us live. Tell us what you think. My colleague Harish with this ground report from Bengaluru.